in the middle of Belgium, day one, and yeah, I'm hanging out now with Eric and his cool friend named Dave, and let's find out what they're up to and what we're going to be doing today. So Dave, hello, say hi to South Africa.
Hi South Africa.
Where are you from?
Nice to meet you. I am from Canada.
You're from Canada?
Yes, I am.
And Eric, what the hell's on your head?
This is from the beer festival. It's one of the beer brands giving out hats. You're gonna
Yash is going to have one by the end of the day.
See, the Canadian pulls one in. Brilliant. All right, cool.
It's obligatory. In fact, it's the main style of Brussels. If you're cool, you have one of these hats. If you're not cool, then you look like everyone else on the street.
Sweet. All right, cool. All right, so where are we going, Eric?
Going to Grand Place.
To do what?
Wait,
That's for the beer festival.
called the most beautiful place in all of Europe.
So we're going to the Belgian Beer Festival.
Yeah.
Wish us luck. I'll speak to you guys later.
What are you cooking? I was cooking ratatouille with fresh chicken and some kind of Moroccan sauce. I'm not sure exactly what it is.
Ratatouille, like from the movie. This is amazing. This is really good. Eric, well done.
Oh, the food, yeah, it's good.
It's good food. So
we have some cucumber and some chicken.
So is there a name for this dish besides ratatouille? Do you want to call it Eric Special?
It's a big mix. You take any kind of frozen vegetables. It can be ratatouille, it can be just a wok mix. Any kind of sauce you like, mix it with chicken or meat, and then you got a dish.
Got a dish. Just here by the most famous statue in Brussels. I guess it's charming. Baby king in water. Fair enough. This is awesome. This is Brussels. Alright guys, we are in Belgium at the moment, in Brussels. It's, I would say I'm just finished, it's been a week. It's been a week since I've been here. I'm sitting with a gentleman here who is Eric's flatmate. Your full name is Louise?
Yeah, Luis Portillo.
What?
Yeah, that's
Louise what?
Portillo.
Portillo.
That's the surname.
So that is a traditional Spanish surname? It's quite common, or?
It's a bit common, yeah.
So have you actually seen the Running of the Bulls?
Yes, I was there 2 years ago.
And then people jumped in, and yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, people jumped in 2 or 3 hours before, and then there are like some security things where they check that you are not drunk or you have the age, and then I didn't run myself because I think that's totally crazy.
It's mad. Have you seen these bulls?
Like 600 kilo animals running muscles. I was there. Also, in this week, it's not only about this, it's also drinking, and it's a bit of party.
Fiesta.
It's a bit of fiesta, definitely.
But thank you so much. Alright, bye. So I'm walking down the street, quite a funny story, and I guess I bump into Pablo from Argentina. Hi again. Hey Pablo, what's wrong with that horse?
Huh?
What's wrong with that horse and that man?
A man's bigger than the horse, or it's a pony, I don't know which one.
It's a pony? It's a small horse.
A big king.
It's a big king and a small horse. The famous Pablo from Valencia.
Yeah.
So I'm at the Belfort Tower and in the middle of Bruges. It's really cool out here. Just been upstairs to the tower when the bell went off, 4 o'clock, and it's very loud. It's quite an amazing walk. It's I think 120 plus stairs. So something different. Good high-rise view of Bruges. And then from here we're going to head downstairs, see if we can make it if I don't fall down. We're in Sweden.
We're in Sweden.
Say hi.
Hi.
Oh, this is magnificent.
It's a good view, huh?
Eric,
Yeah.
you happy to be back in your backyard?
Of course.
Actually here with Mrs. Olsen, Eric's mom, who Eric has been telling me about for, gosh, I think from the first day I met him, and told me about his parents' adventures and where he's lived, and it's been something that's fascinated me. Welcome to Breaking Stereotypes.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so what I wanted to chat to you about was, the first thing was Eric told me that you had traveled to Yemen.
Yes.
And you kind of had lived there for a long time.
We lived there for 3 years.
3 years.
More or less.
And you kind of integrated, and one of your best mates is from Yemen.
Yes.
Now, the story behind that is actually quite fascinating. I really would like to hear more about that.
Well, Yemen, when my husband said yes to moving to Yemen, we didn't really know very much about Yemen. We could hardly place it on the map, more or less. We came to live there in Sana'a, the capital, when Yemen was still 2 countries, South Yemen and North Yemen. So we were living in North Yemen. And a couple of months after we moved there, I went up to a small city called mountain town called Hadda. And walking around the small streets, unpaved, outside a house, there's a woman standing with a small child on her arm, and I pass her really, close by. So I decide maybe this is a good time to practice Arabic. So I said, I tried to make a sentence. I didn't have very many words to choose from, so I just said, "Oh, what a beautiful girl."
Yeah. In Arabic?
In Arabic, yes. And I said it like 10, 12 times. And then after a while, this woman whose name is Fatima, she looked at me and she said, you want to come inside my house? And I said, yes, please. And she invited me to her house, and she really invited me to a wonderful friendship.
Sure.
Or so. She had never been outside of Yemen, and I sort of explained that I lived far away on the other side of the mountains, and that was sort of good enough for her. She had the 6 children were there, and they looked at me. From the questions I asked the children, they really looked at me in a way that it was the first time they met a grown-up who didn't seem to know anything.
Yeah, sure.
That was their impression of me. So when I work in Sweden today with how to communicate with immigrants, I think about this, the way they looked at me. Maybe this is the way we also look at people who do not do the things, the normal things, or who do not know the things that we expect people to know.
Sure.
So that's one thing to think about when you meet people.
So you come from, let me understand, so basically you came from not knowing how to speak Arabic.
Yes.
And went there with very basic fundamentals of Arabic. And
Yes.
you struck just a conversation with this lady.
Yes.
And that was an entry to just
To her world.
standing here just outside the Malmo Museum, and I was sent here by Eric's mom. She told me that there's a exhibition of Nelson Mandela's works and basically his life being showcased here at the museum. I'm so impressed with this interpretation of South Africa because it's true. It doesn't hold as a stereotype. It doesn't hold as a it doesn't hold as though it's been fixed or doctored. It's exactly how I think the world should perceive South Africa. It wasn't about crime. It wasn't about hate. It wasn't about segregation. It was about what South Africa represents as a nation. And there's a big difference between taking little bits and pieces of I don't know, negative aspects and try to piece that together to make a country. Whereas if you take every aspect of a country and you build it into one, that's what you're going to get. I've had a wonderful experience here in Malmo. It has truly been an exceptional stay here. I've seen what the world should look at South Africa and understand South Africa as. So I'm a very proud South African today. This has been a really epic adventure. So we're in the middle of Lund. So this is Louisa, this is Molly, and this is Heather. At such a young age, they've travelled the world quite a bit. They've been out to Africa and they've been to Australasia, and they've checked it out. So I want to find out their war stories from New Zealand and Australia and Kenya in particular, and just find out what are they going to be doing in the future, what's their future plans. And yes, this is Breaking Stereotypes. So, okay guys, right. You've been to Kenya.
Yeah.
Why Kenya?
Actually, that was her idea from the beginning, so...
Wait, Kenya was your idea?
Kenya was her idea, yeah.
So how long were you in Kenya for?
1 year.
And I started in August.
Yeah, almost.
And we went
almost
on
a year. It was 10th of August, and I went back to 10th of June.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you decided you got back from Kenya, got back to Sweden, and the three of you trooped off to Australasia. You went to Oz, to the land of...
Yes.
To the land of Aussie.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then, how long were you in Australia for?
Totally, wasn't it only?
It was beginning of January to the beginning of June.
The whole trip was 6
5
months.
months.
Only
months.
6 months.
Alright.
Yeah. So
So-
we started in we started in Sydney
Yeah.
and we worked there for 2 months and then we traveled.
So what did you do? What?
We didn't work for 6 weeks, and then the 2 last weeks we got a job as 3 weeks, yeah. And we got a job as Calippo girls, you call it. You walk up and down the Bondi Beach in Sydney, and you scream Calippo. And you sell ice cream. And you sell ice cream.
Okay, so Bondi Beach, sorry, so you worked as ice cream vendor set.
Yes. It was a serious job.
It was a serious job.
It was fun.
You know, can you imagine 3 Swedish girls, you know?
It wasn't me. It was. We met a lot of people.
I know them as what they are now, and I can't imagine Molly walking up and
What?
Ice
You were
cream.
great ice cream girl.
Okay, let me just sum this up. Okay, so basically you travelled from Australia through to New Zealand. So I'm going to go Aussie, New Zealand, Bali.
No, New Zealand, Sydney,
No, New Zealand, that's Australia, Cairns,
Bali.
Bali,
Bali is right above Sydney,
Sydney,
Sweden.
Sweden. Alright, okay, cool. Alright, so what is the future? Besides the travel, you know, obviously you guys are going to be studying, or you are studying at the moment, but I mean, what's the future? What is your overall goal? I mean, you live in Sweden. Okay, so do you see yourselves living in Sweden forever? Do you want
No,
to go?
absolutely not. I'm gonna go to London, I think, or New York. I think it's London.
Oh, okay.
I'm absolutely not saying actually.
No clue?
Time will tell.
Time will tell.
I don't know, I'm not saying that I absolutely will stay in Sweden because Sweden's always your home.
But maybe when I finished my studies, maybe then I go out and live in another country for a couple of years. But I always think that I'll always come back to Sweden.
They want to run like 30.
Yeah, Sweden, because I would like my children to grow up. No, I would like my children to grow up in Sweden because we have a good school system and a good
Education system.
Yeah, exactly. If you compare with many, I don't think that you realize how good Sweden is until
You leave the country.
you leave it. Because when we were small, we were like, oh, Sweden is such a boring country, blah blah blah. But now when you've been outside and traveled a lot, you see that Sweden is really good in many ways.
So after that charming conversation with the ladies, they decided to take me on a tour of Lund, and on our way we stopped off at the Lund Cathedral. We had a very cool business. It's called Abacus, and the platform is counting on it. Is that you can count on it? You can count on it. Oh, count on it. Okay, Abacus. So it's a worldwide golf brand, and Louisa actually found it. Well, it's her parents' company, and I just stumbled upon it, which is great. And Duma is probably thinking, yes, we finally got a cool company to interview and find out more about the company. So I'm quite impressed with what's happened. It's taken me around the business, and what I found out so far about it is It's that it's kind of just got a bit of a bigger niche marketed feel to it.
There were no good-looking
Female clothing.
yeah, functional female, you know, with both design and function.
They're very big, they have no shape
Yeah, sure.
or something.
Yeah.
They're big.
Yeah, big.
Oh, like the clothing are big.
A little bit oversized
Alright.
Yeah.
in a way.
Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, we saw it should be more shape, more fashionable. But
More feminine.
more feminine.
Okay, now Chris, are you the head designer of the company? Well, okay, so you're the head designer, and sorry, Emma, you are the PR,
Yeah.
the PR manager of the company as well.
Yeah.
So we're sitting theoretically with the three leaders of the company, and they're all female. Okay. That's putting it out there. I'm just saying, you know, women are running the business. Yeah, it's all good. So what I want to find out from you guys is, why golf? I mean, as a designer, surely you're probably thinking, you know, fashion, Milan, you know, runaways, you know, Cape Town, you know, that sort of stuff. New York Fashion Week. Why golf?
I think that you need clothing for all different kinds of occasions,
Sure.
not only for the runway.
Okay.
So I think the normal people, they like to be nice also on the golf course. So.
Okay, sure.
And also, of course, there's a lot of functional things playing golf that you would like to have. So
it's
looking good also when you're out there.
I like that, looking good when you're playing golf.
I would say also like in sportswear design in general,
Yeah.
even though perhaps if you think of design and designers, you think of perhaps, runway, the New York Fashion Week and all that, but I mean the sportswear market is huge and there are really interesting, tricky things that, you know, as a good designer you could work with fabrics and all that possibilities.
I'm extremely excited about something that's innovative and cutting edge, especially the female golf market, which you've got now. It's kind of hyped up a lot. I mean, you've got Michelle Wee. I saw that article on the fridge, and she's becoming this, you know, this poster child for golf. You know, young talent coming out of there. You know, in the men's field, you have Tiger Woods, and he's like kind of just dominating everything. And I think it's good that, you know, there's a company that's powering, you know, women's golf on this side. Even if you're doing it from a branding and clothing perspective, this shows that there's a market for it and it's growing. So that's quite imperative. So yes, we're in the middle of Moon at the moment. We're about to go and have a pretty big Saturday night. And yeah, my two friends here, Petra and Louisa, and myself, we're going to be cooking some sushi. I've never cooked sushi before, and it should be something different. I hope I don't kill anyone, you know, with raw fish. But yeah, we're going to have a quick chat, just talk about what we're doing. This is Louisa, and this is Petra, and yeah, she's partying with the Swedish girls tonight.